Okay, I'm Alex Bizon, product manager at Studio, and in today's session, I will be sharing with you what the product and engineering team has been working on for the June release. I will walk you through a real-world SAP sales order use case built using Unify Build and enhanced by our new Studio Desktop solution-aware experience. We'll start in Studio Web, validate the data using an AI agent, and switch to Studio Desktop to build and run the Windows-specific automation. In the second part of the presentation, we will look at the same automation in a cross-platform project, and I will show you how the redesigned canvas improves the entire developer experience. Let's get started. Here, I have the Unify Build solution. I created an SAP sales order business flow. I'm extracting the data, feeding the data to an agent. This agent has at its disposal a bunch of tools. One tool for checking that the customer name exists in the system and retrieving its code. Another tool for checking that there is enough stock for that particular material and retrieve its code, and a bunch of other tools. If any of the validation checks fail, the agent will create an action for a business user to review the master data and request more details via email. But if the master data is valid, my next natural step is to fill the sales order in SAP. In my use case, I'm using an SAP WinGUI version 8 system that runs only on Windows. For this, I will need to open the solution in Studio Desktop. It is important to note that the Unified Build experience that I shared with you earlier is already available in Community, and you can try it out. The integration with Studio Desktop, it is something that we will light up very soon, also in Community. Okay, so we made Studio Desktop fully aware of the solution context. In the Explorer, you can see the list of projects that are available in the solution, and also you have the resources available and being used in the solution. To add an RPA project to the solution, you have two options. One would be to create an automation project from scratch, or reuse your existing automations. I will reuse one of my existing automations that does exactly this. Enters the data in an SAP WinGUI system. Once the project is imported under the solution, it will become fully aware of the solution context, and it will have access to all the resources that are in the solution. Let me show you how we can add resource in the solution. We will get the username via an asset. As you can see, the username asset has been already added under the assets category in this resources panel. It is important to note that you can run, debug, and troubleshoot the project in Studio Desktop the same as with any other regular project. This particular flow will enter the sales order data in an SAP system, and at the end, it will retrieve the order number for further use in the automation. It fills in a standard sales order. Let's give it a couple more seconds. And once the sales order will be received from the system, it will be available in the automation for further use. Okay. One more thing that I want to show you is that if I close the solution and I open locally the project that is part of the solution, let me try and find it. Okay. Studio Desktop will detect that this project is part of the solution, and it will load the entire context. This makes things easier for working offline, and you don't have to start the entry point from Studio Web every time. Okay, once you are satisfied with your work, you can add it under source control. Again, Studio is fully aware of the solution context and gives you the ability to add under source control the entire list of projects that are under the solution. The last step you need to make is to save to cloud and continue your work in the unified build canvas. In the last part of the presentation, I want to show you how we redesigned the sequence canvas. But first, before I show you that, I want us to take a look closely at this automation, how we navigate to it, how we collapse and expand, how you add breakpoints, and how you add activities. Next, I will show you the exact same automation in the redesigned canvas. Now, we have slim card activities that are being highlighted. We moved every property from the activity card to the properties panel where they belong. We added visual cues when adding activities and placeholders for you to know where your activity is going to be added. We added line numbers for ease of navigation, the ability to add breakpoints and toggle them directly at the line number, and also the ability to expand, collapse at the line number without losing your focus. It is important to note that this new redesigned canvas is currently available only for cross-platform. In this iteration, we will light it up also for Windows in the next iterations. But before that, please give it a try and don't be shy to submit your feedback with us. Another thing that I want to show you is the revamp that we did for the find references. We added headers and we made them expandable. One last thing is that if you ever need to change your tenant, you no longer need to go to Assistant. You can switch the tenant directly in Studio. This is all from my side. Next is Madhurima with Test Manager and Test Set Import. Thank you all. Bye.